Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 346, and it's the last episode sponsored by the Nokia N810. Remember your most embarrassing moment? I remember mine because it happened today. I was scheduled to speak at the Texas Library Association convention. They asked me a year ago, and I've been so excited because my local library was a huge part of my life as a kid. I put the time down wrong on my calendar. I was supposed to speak at 2 p.m., but I put the time down as 2:50 p.m. They said 50 librarians were there waiting, and I stood them up. I've never felt worse about anything in my life, and I want to publicly apologize to the librarians who watch Geek Brief. Bygones. Now on with the brief. Last night we pulled the trigger on an idea we've been talking about for months and months. The idea is to add an open source component to Geek Brief. We've invited friends of the brief who want to play along at home to submit stories, graphics, and source links to wiki@geekbrief.com. Good stories will be incorporated into Geek Brief all wiki-like. Contributors to the test will get credit for the story on the show and links in the show notes. The gadget news world is questioning the reality of Mac clone seller SciStar. Suspicions were escalated when SciStar changed the address listed on the website halfway throughout the day. Gizmodo got some readers in motion to check the company out in person. Gizmodo reader Michael visited the first address and found a house. Giz reader Kahari went to the second place and found a packing business with no knowledge of a company called SciStar. Throughout the day today, SciStar's address changed 2 more times. In my mind, Gizmodo's work on this makes up for their stupid TV Be Gone prank at CES, and they're off my naughty list. Our first open source story comes to us from Joe Finnegan in the UK. What if you could go to Google and search for something like my photos from Disney World and get just that, your photos from Disney World? The same thing for your calendar. If you search for Neil Meetings June, Google will return results, but they won't be directly relevant to you. Web startup Ayubo is working on a solution that gives registered users a personal search engine that searches your personal stuff. You can attach your Flickr account, your calendar, your RSS feeds, my RSS feeds, to your Ayubo account. All that content becomes searchable from any web-enabled device. The service is in private beta. Joe provided a registration link with an invite code, so I think he may have something to do with the company, but nevertheless, I like what I've seen so far. The invitation code is GBTV, or you can just click the link in the show notes at geekbrief.tv. It seems like this could potentially replace my system of using private blogs to organize and search personal data. Data can remain private, or you can choose to share it. On my way back home from my big library faux pas this afternoon, I heard a BBC story on the world on NPR, on the radio, in the car, on the road, on the planet, in the galaxy, in the universe. Sorry for subjecting you to that. The story was about a German restaurant called Spaggers in Nuremberg. Orders are taken via touchscreen and delivered to the chef's computer high in the sky. When your meal is ready, it's placed in a special container and sent down and around a Rube Goldberg-like track system. It ends up landing right on your table. Kids love the place, and the owner thinks the setup has been scouted out by a couple of American fast food chains. Lindsay Plumley, a huge friend of the brief, submitted several stories to the Wiki experiment. One of them is taking place a few miles outside my window over in Arlington, Texas. The Dallas Cowboys are building a new football stadium that's packed with technology that will include a couple truly Texas-sized 1080p displays that will hang over the field. Not including the end zone monitors, the screens are 11,393 square feet and will weigh 170,000 pounds. I'm going to leave you with the craziest robot video I've seen yet, but first let me remind you about my promo code for the Nokia N810. The code is GeekBriefTV and it saves you 15% when you purchase directly from Nokia's website. I'm Callie Lewis and I'm going to New York. Now roll that beautiful robot footage.
Sorry if I seem fast, but I gotta get going. It's gotta be more than the coffee shops and the bars. Baby, maybe it's too late. Maybe, baby, it's just fate. Maybe you take my hand and we'll get in the car. Whoa, 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 so let's drive away. Let the sunlight chase us all day. Baby, that's all I got to say. What I got to say. Let's drive
Sydney!
Where is she?
She's in there, great, I think, or over there. When your meal is ready, it's placed in a special container and sent down around to